Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Movies Are Real for September 2K21. We said we're going to do these once a month, and somehow we keep doing them late. You know what I'm saying? And did I say September when I meant August? I sure as hell did.
It is currently September. You are right.
This is the joke I was making, that we are a tardy bunch, you know?
We did it again, folks.
Love it. But we're reliably late, so you can count on that. I'm here with Carrie Lyles. Carrie, how are you doing?
Woo! I love Cinderella.
Oh, man. Yeah, we're watching Cinderella while we're recording this podcast. Ryan, what are your thoughts on Cinderella so far? Ah, God, it's fucking Frozen lady.
Yeah, it's Indina Medusa.
It's Adele Dazeem.
My thoughts on Cinderella are, I have no... You see, the problem is with this bit is, like, it's a musical, but, like, we can't hear it because it's muted, so... It just looks psychotic, what's going on right now.
It does.
It seems right. But honestly, judging by what I've heard about this film, this might actually be the preferred way to experience it.
Probably.
We'll see.
Stay tuned for the end of the show when we submit our final review of Cinderella.
So we're talking about the films of August, which means that we are technically we're more than halfway through the year, which is a thing to think about. When I was looking at my Letterboxd, and I was like, I don't feel super strongly about a lot of films so far. And my point being that we have a sort of a slim month here in August. August is usually a slim month. But I've just been taking the time to reflect that I don't know what the end of the year conversations are going to look like. Running out, two superhero movies are probably in my top 5 right now, which is a weird thing. We're going to talk about one of them today. Not the other one because we're late and we're going to have to wait till September, folks. But Carrie, I posed you this question. What are your thoughts as we are like almost done with the year with film?
Honestly, I have, it took until about the last few months, starting at July, where I was like, oh wait, 2021 has some movies. And then the last couple weeks, it's like, I see, we have some crazy bananas nonsense and I love it. So it's not, I don't know how I'll look back on this year in the future, but there's definitely some standout ones that I feel super passionately about.
Yeah, Ryan, how do you feel?
I think me and Carrie had a pretty good month. There's a little crossover, obviously, but I know there's one movie on the docket today that we both really liked. And also, I saw Censor. We're not going to talk about it, but I saw Censor.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
That movie fucking rocks.
That movie's crazy.
I heard other people talking about that.
I got beef. I pre-ordered my DVD for Censor. It was supposed to be released on the 14th of September. I received an email that it will now be delivered the 1st of October through the 11th of October. I am very annoyed.
That is frustrating.
I hate to see it.
Oh my God, look at those CGI mice.
Well, speaking of Amazon Studios...
Oh, Jesus Christ,
oh, they don't
horrible.
look good. They don't look good, folks. Speaking of...
the worst part is one of those mice is going to turn into James Corden.
Oh, you're right.
With that screen cap that was getting memed on Twitter where it's just James Corden's head on a mouse body.
Speaking of Amazon Studios, the first film on this list is a film produced by Amazon, or released by Amazon Studios at the very least. It is Annette, a film that you watched, Carrie, in the pouring rain.
Yes.
I
risked my life to see this film, even though it would be released on Amazon 2 weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
And it was worth it, in my opinion.
Another Amazon film that was released in theaters, unlike Evangelion. Anyways.
Well, it was a good movie, so that's the...
Hey, now!
I think that's the main difference. But this one, Cinderella, is a bad one. So there's a lot of up in the air.
Someone should figure it out what's going on over there. Anyways, Carrie, what can you tell us about Annette? Because I know you mentioned a little bit about it's a musical. It's really big.
I'm getting big Cinderella energy from this
guy who's only like Cinderella.
I will say I like her hair so far. Her hair looks pretty good.
The braid.
Yeah, the braid's
I'm starting to say that I think this movie's gonna be too distracting for this podcast.
No. It's fine. It's fine. Carrie, talk to us about Annette.
So, basic premise of Annette is that Adam Driver and Marion Cotillard have a whirlwind romance, and Adam Driver is a famous stand-up comedian and she is a famous opera singer, and then they have a child, and Adam Driver is not a great person, and he sort of starts to spiral whilst being responsible for this child, and being married to this woman. And then some things happen that are not good, and he has to take care of the baby, and his career starts to suffer. And it's a movie that it's just about a sad man being sad, which I know we've seen a lot of, and we probably don't need more of, but the songs are really fun, and I enjoyed it a whole lot. And I think it's visually really cool, and the music is really good. I've seen a lot of people being angry that the songs are too on the nose, but I think the whole thing is like a joke about musicals. So there's like a love song between Adam Driver and Marion Cotillard, and the only lyric in the song is just them saying we love each other so much over and over again. So I think it's a really interesting movie. It's deeply, deeply bizarre, and it might be a little too long, but I loved every second of it, and I would drive in a flood warning to watch it again.
I'm just like, this film feels very hyper specific towards a lot of your more niche interests.
It does. It's really weird because
it's weird, and like it's musical,
it's
and
weird.
Adam Driver.
There's a musical aspect. Adam Driver is a depressed comedian who does music, which I tend to enjoy.
It's like looking in the mirror.
Oh my god! But yeah, I saw a tweet a while ago that isn't altogether correct, but I thought it was a funny summation of the tone of the movie, where they said it was like if Eraserhead was written by Bo Burnham. I was like, you know what? You might be onto something. So if that piques your interest, check out Annette. Or if you just want to watch Adam Driver yell his way through songs, check out Annette. Or if you want to just see some weird, bonkers banana shit, check out Annette. And you know it's a good movie because when me and Greg went up to the ticket taker at the theater, she was like, oh, no one else has bought tickets for this. And we were like, hell yes.
And you're soaking wet. And you're like,
yeah. Yeah, very much. We were just like sopping in the theater, like, bring it on.
Did Greg enjoy this movie?
He thought it was okay. He really liked all the parts where Adam Driver was doing comedy.
Okay.
Because he's like it feels like very...
Is he a Seinfeld-like comic?
No, it's
What's
more,
the deal?
It reads more as a joke about stand-up comedians, because he's just walking around on the stage being like, oh, I have to tell jokes now. Oh, you're here to listen to me tell jokes. And the audience is dying laughing. It's very funny.
Interesting. Because this movie also seemed like it may be infuriating to a certain subset of people.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of 1-star reviews and a lot of people being like, pardon me, this is the worst thing I've ever seen.
I got some news to about other Amazon original movies.
Yeah, but I mean, if you start watching it and you're into it, I think you should keep going. But if you start watching it and you're like, I hate this, then you should probably
there's
like
no reason to keep going.
The first 10 minutes is like a solid masterpiece, and then you're along for the ride. And I think it doesn't ever reach the highs of the first 10 minutes in terms of like music and production, but it's still funny to just watch these characters exist together. And it's got the one guy from Big Bang Theory in it. Not the main guy and not the main friend, the other guy. Not the Indian guy, the other guy.
Oh, the other guy who's
not that
guy, but not the girl.
But I think I know who you're talking about.
He's fantastic in the movie. He plays the conductor, and he has one of my favorite scenes of the whole thing.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, that's Annette, folks. It's on Amazon. Check it out.
Yeah, it's funny because usually when me and Greg are watching movies, I'm like, is that the guy from... And he'll be like, I don't fucking know. And then in the theater, he was like, is that the guy from Big Bang Theory? And I was like, I don't know. Is it?
Oh, that's great. Movies that are not very uppity, some might call Annette.
But another straight-to-streaming movie.
The Suicide Squad, baby. What are we? Some kind of Cinderella? Starring Camila Cabello?
She's looking at herself. All right,
what?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't want to know.
Okay. Let's keep going.
James Gunn's The Suicide Squad.
Yes.
Finally released to HBO Max in theaters. And folks, It's very good.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
It's great.
The energy in my apartment, which was very crowded that evening, was very low at first.
Well, yeah.
but then, like, you know, it was doing good. It was a good crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I still my favorite part is none of you guys knew that Pete Davidson was in it.
No.
And the moment he showed up, like, the room was like, oh no! But then very quickly it was like, oh yeah! You know, no major spoilers for the Pete Davidson fans out there, but funny stuff.
Well, you know.
It's been a minute since we've seen this movie. So I think the things that I liked about it was, one, it was a surprise. I had no expectations, and the bar was certainly set very low, considering what came before it. But what I think what stand out to me is that it is loud and actiony, but the chemistry is there. I think between the leads, especially I think John Cena is great in this movie, which is a weird thing to say.
Where the hell did
But
that
John
come
Cena
from?
and Idris Elba are good foils for each other.
Yeah.
I think it's it goes big in a fantastical, wild. I had no idea that it was gonna go that fucking wild where it went.
Yeah.
Much better than a fucking big ass fucking blue fucking light in the sky and fucking
Holy shit.
what's her fucking Peg the patriarchy fucking what the
Cara
fucking
Delevingne.
yeah Cara Delevingne dancing whatever the hell.
Christ.
Yeah, I think that's what it worked. It's very loud and abrasive as a James Gunn rated R. Like, this is gonna be big movie you would expect, but it worked.
Mhm.
Like, if you pitched this to me on paper, I probably would have hated it. But I think in execution, it all landed with me. King Shark's great. He was fantastic in it. Like the little guys, I was like, I don't even know who the fuck this is. Like the rat lady, polka
Holy
dot
shit.
guy. Like, it was all.
Holy
Oh yeah,
shit.
it was like the rats. Certainly,
Rats are great.
yeah.
I love rats. So
I also
I
love
was
rats.
elated watching this movie.
But yeah, Carrie, what did you think?
I was shocked how much I genuinely loved this movie. Like, I knew it would be better than the first one
Sure.
because obviously,
Doesn't take much.
but it was crazy. I was just genuinely enjoying myself. I don't know what all had to be changed in order to make me like a Suicide Squad movie. It just felt like, you know, like jokes were jokes and
A consistent tone.
tone was fine. Characters were interesting and fun.
Like, it just lands. It doesn't do
Yeah.
anything groundbreaking. It just
Yeah.
set out to do a thing, and it did it very well.
Mhm.
And again, if you told me this on paper, I probably would have been like, this sounds whatever.
Right.
But they did a good job.
Yeah.
I don't know, Ryan?
I mean, yeah, I was feeling good about it just because, you know, I know when James Gunn was fired, you know, Warner Brothers was very quick to the phone, like, please, anything. They were like, literally anything
Yes.
you want. And he was like, I want to make a Suicide Squad movie. And I just felt like if he had like free reign like that, then it has to be something that like he's at least very passionate about. And I think it was just a fun, just like a fun, dumb, good time.
Yeah.
And like, you know, we talk about this a lot, but I'm not a big fan of action-y movies. But ones like these where it's like it's dumb and weird and the stakes are just like it means nothing in the end. It's just a fun time, you know, you don't have to think too much about it, but
It's less focused on like grandiose, isn't this epic and cool kinds
Yeah,
of
I
action,
hate
and
that.
more like this is ridiculous and funny action.
It's just a good time.
Mhm.
And it's so interesting to think of, you know, the stark difference between this and the other one, because like it's based on the same concept of like, what if we took a bunch of criminals and made them do a job for us? But like one of it's like, oh, they're all a bunch of idiots, but the other one's like, oh, they're all a bunch of idiots, but also like everything's like gray and no one is saying anything interesting and it's just an ugly mess.
Jared Leto's there.
For some reason.
Other thing that this movie did good that was probably the most embarrassing and waste of resources thing that from the first one for me was that they got Amanda Waller by Viola Davis in that first movie, and they just squander it, and it is embarrassing on Viola Davis's behalf that she even signed off on this and trusted people.
Yeah.
But in this one, they finally do something with her, and they did like hey, Amanda Waller is a bad person.
I
know you love Viola Davis,
Yeah.
but she's not a good character.
I loved all the aspects of this movie when her coworkers or her underlings or whatever would be like, wait a second, I think you might be like evil or something.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. That's what Viola Davis is, alright? We know this, and we love this.
Yeah.
We stand this.
Mhm.
I feel similarly about, as in terms of a comparison of using someone to their full extent. I feel like Harley Quinn was amazing in this.
Oh, yes!
And it's like, of course I owe a lot of that to Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Because I think on the whole, I think I like Birds of Prey more than the new Suicide Squad movie.
Probably.
Just for me personally, but like that movie showed me like, oh, I don't hate Harley Quinn. I just hate the first Suicide Squad movie. And then in this movie, I was like, oh no, yeah, Harley Quinn's the best person here. She's the most interesting character.
She's great.
She's amazing.
Yep. Margot Robbie's good, it turns out.
That's another because Harley Quinn, the character, like started as, you know, this sexual thing, and like she kind of like slowly evolved into like a better thing. But then I feel like the Suicide Squad put it back to like the not fun thing.
Yeah.
But now we're back on the uptick of like, oh, this is just a fun, stupid, weird character.
Pierce Brosnan is in this Cinderella movie? I'm sorry.
That's
why my face
That is odd. Oh, is that the prince? Oh, he's ugly.
Ryan.
He looks like a
Where
fake
have I
person.
he's
He looks
from-
like if you told an AI to make a
No,
handsome
he's
man.
from fucking something. Oh my god, where did
Oh,
I
Of
see
course
that?
he's from something. He's from
Pierce Brosnan looks insane.
He's from Pierce Brosnan's balls, am I right?
Anyways, Suicide Squad's very good.
The Suicide Squad.
The Suicide
We'd like to issue a correction. The Suicide Squad is great. Suicide Squad 2016 for Jared Leto as Honka Honka. Not very good.
Honka honka. That's the best part of that.
That is a pretty good part of that movie.
Oh boy. Anyway, speaking of fucking things, I don't know. I don't have a segue there. This movie just came out finally. It was on a docket, like on IMDb in releases, I think for the longest time. And I was like, that's a thing they're doing, huh? Is that ever coming out?
That movie was successful.
Was?
They made a sequel.
I mean, that's true. Don't Breathe 2 came out.
Yeah.
Stephen Lang is back, baby. It is a prequel. Origin
it?
story?
Is
it
it?
is. Oh,
It's
it's
a
not.
sequel.
Okay.
Oh, because they showed those scenes. I assumed it was prequel because, yeah. Anyways, they made a new one. Carrie, you saw it.
I did.
From my understanding, I don't remember how the first one ended.
How do you not? That's the thing I remember the most.
I remember the turkey baster. That's really about it.
All right. And did she like burn his house down?
Yes.
Yeah, she burned
I
his
just
house
know
down.
that
and
I
she's
know
like,
that he's taking care of like a girl in the sequel, and like some people try to
Yeah.
break into his house again, and he's like, "You messed with the wrong guy."
It's so he rescues this girl who was in an unrelated house fire, and he like takes her and raises her. And then there's this black market organ selling syndicate that kidnaps children and steals their organs. And they find the little girl, and they're like, gonna need that little girl. And they come to take the little girl, and he starts fighting them. And then she gets taken, so he has to go after them.
But he's blind.
Uh-huh.
That's interesting.
I
You
don't
see
get
that
it.
the syndicate leaves behind a dog, and you know, this was a running thing throughout the movie. It was so funny because they kind of talk about the very horrible things he did in the first movie.
Yeah, because
Stephen Lang.
that's what people's
But-
like confusion with
Yeah.
the premise of this
So they're
one.
like, yeah, he's a pretty bad guy, but he did save this dog from the burning house because the black market organ guy sends his
Wait, the black market organ guys are defending the blind cum baster guy?
No. They're attacking his
whoa,
house.
whoa, this guy might be guys, good guys.
No.
Good guys.
No. They're going to his house to try and get the little girl, and they are gonna set his house on fire, but they send in their dog to try and attack the guy.
And the dog's like, whoa, 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 guys.
No, but so then they start burning the house down, and the guy's like, let's leave, come on. And then this other guy in that group is like, but boss, your dog is still in there. And he's like, that dog's dead, who cares, let's go. But Stephen Lang goes back and he saves that dog, Ryan, so he's a good guy. And he keeps rescuing the dog. I just thought,
is he a good guy if he treats an
was...
animal's life more than like a woman's?
Well, I mean, I don't know. But
he is. You're right.
I don't know if that was the intent of including all of that, of him going back and saving the dog and being like, oh, I gotta get that dog.
I mean, that is the easiest way to get
but yeah, to just garner, to make people be like, you know what? Maybe he's turned a new leaf.
This old man really can't change.
But yeah, it's all right. I didn't really like it that much. It's just mostly more weird than anything when you're watching it. You're like, why are we even doing this? Because it's like the little girl gets taken by the organ syndicate, and they're like, we're your real parents, and it's like, pardon me. So it's a lot.
So it's not good.
It's
not terrible.
It's not bad, but I just don't think I'll ever watch it again.
Unnecessary.
I wouldn't call it necessary, yeah. If you enjoy Stephen Lang, and if you enjoy like gritty, weird action with gross people being gross, you might like it.
Okay.
If it's ever available free to stream somewhere, and you're like,
most definitely,
I'll check it out, it'll be worth your time. I think it's pretty short too, so.
He's now singing "Find Me Somebody to Love" by Queen.
Oh.
I know, right? Isn't that little?
I hate that.
Little on the nose.
Ella Enchanted did it first and better.
Interesting. So yeah, Don't Breathe. Yeah, that when I saw the transcripts, I was like, yeah, I'll wait till it's on the streaming thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I just didn't feel like the energy to see that in theaters, because like I liked the first Don't Breathe, like it was fine.
Yeah, it was good. There wasn't ever, because I liked the first one so much because of the like hard turn into exploitation garbage.
Oh yeah, no,
and this one
rough.
doesn't really have that.
Oh.
So because I thought that's what it would do, because the trailers are like, this is him redeeming himself by taking care of this little girl, and I was like, I'm excited for it to subvert that and be something just completely crazy and have him just be evil or something, but no, it's very basic.
Feels more like an action-y kind of thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's lame.
Yeah, it was pretty lame, but so a lot of
There's
people like it.
There's some weird stuff.
No, hey, people here.
There's some fun, like good gore in it if you're looking for that.
Interesting. Well. Oh boy, we got into the big one. Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0. What's the rest? You are not alone?
It's Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.01, Thrice Upon a Time.
Thrice Upon a Time. Sorry, You Are Not Alone's an earlier one.
Yes, You Are Not Alone is the first Evangelion film. So this is like 12 years like in the making. The final ending,
the end to Evangelion,
one of the most like gaslight gatekeep girl boss animes.
Oh, 100%.
100%. George knows now.
Oh boy.
And the ending is finally here for the third time. Third and maybe the final time. That's what they're saying.
Until Gainax does some nonsense.
Who knows? But
like Studio Kara, sorry.
If you have not heard of Evangelion, it's a very popular Japanese anime. It's personally my favorite anime, just because like it's so weird. You know
I mean, it's the most substantive anime television show I've ever seen. The most fascinating.
It is fascinating from like what it's trying to do. The
in
production
23 episodes that are each 23 minutes, and it all comes together. It is interesting.
It is a fascinating journey.
I will listen to like hours of. I have listened to hours of podcasts trying to dissect it, and
you're
then be like,
I don't get it.
And then they'll be like, I hate this thing. Anyways, Ryan, yeah.
But yeah, the series ended on like a weird note. People were not happy with the ending, so they made an original movie follow, which was the end of Evangelion, which was the second ending that was a lot more loud and weird and kind of more clear onto what was going on.
Much more literal.
But
also spiteful. Unbelievably spiteful.
Yes, very, very angry. A very angry, aggressive film, and love
I
it.
hate
It's
it.
one of my it is one of my favorite films
It
of
is
all time.
gorgeous.
It is
and it
gorgeous.
is awful at the same time.
Yes, that's why I love it. It's,
Like Annette.
yes, Carrie, yes. But then after that came out, people were when that ending came out, people were still like not huge fans of it. That people have
Understandable.
people have turned around on it over time.
Sure.
But then they decided, okay, we have money now. Let's finally
People
make
love
it.
this shit.
People love this shit. Let's finally
Redo
make
it again.
again. And it's, it took like 27 years, but they finally finished it. And it's great. I love the ending to this. It's a very, the journey of the other 3 films that came before this is an interesting one. It feels like it goes on that spiteful thing again. And you watched 3.0.
I have seen everything but the finale.
Yes, 3.0.
So that's the other context. George here decided to watch in the lead up to this because my former coworker worked on the marketing campaign for this. And
Not me, one of your closest
Yeah,
friends,
sorry, yeah.
asking you about it for years.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
chill.
There's an emoji on Twitter now, so now you
Oh, that you know what? Now it all adds up.
And I watched it, but I have not seen the finale because I'm partially hoping it comes out to theaters. But yes, I have the context of it, but I've not seen it. So.
Yes, but
So this is weird how you're gonna talk about it. Just be like-
I won't get too much into it. It's a dense movie, and a lot of it's a little mixed on it. I feel like people who've been fans for like years aren't happy with it.
That's what I get the vibe of it.
But I feel like it's more of like a like one of those like a Last Jedi kind of thing where like you've been waiting for like the follow up to this thing for like so long. No matter what
It's
they
gonna
did,
disappoint you.
it's gonna disappoint you because you like assumed so many things in your head. But it's like a parallel like thing to the end of Evangelion is how I would describe it to you, George. Except it's like
It's in conversation with an.
it's a conversation within End of Evangelion.
Okay.
That's like the light on the end of that. Because like, well, that one was very like, angry. This is like the more mature, like happier kind
That's what
of
I hear.
thing. It's still pretty bleak. It's still
Hideaki Anno has gone to therapy.
He's
Maybe.
gone to therapy. He learned to stop being so hateful towards himself. But
Congrats.
Congratulations. It's great. It's a fantastic series.
I'm excited to watch it.
And I think you and Donna will like the ending a lot.
The Utada Hikaru song is great. I saw the trailer and I was like, this is hype as
You've
fuck.
seen this. You've heard the song from this
I've heard
movie.
the song.
I love the
It's
song.
hype as fuck. It's
so
so good.
I made myself not listen to it, and it plays at
It was in the trailer though. Did you not see the trailer?
I did not watch a single.
It's a great trailer.
I did not watch a single thing from this movie because I've just wanted to just experience it with no expectations going in. And when I first heard that song, I was just like, "Oh my god, this is incredible!"
Yeah.
It's like "Come Sutter Todd," the song from End of Evangelion, but like the opposite.
Sure.
Because that one's very, like,
That's-
this is a bad time.
This
This
is
is
not
like,
great.
this is so nice.
Yeah.
This is such a nice.
It's
message.
over. It's good. Remember the friends we made along the way.
Remember the friends we had along the way. That's what this is, which I think is like a very nice ending to like a long running thing. It's like, hey, it's over, but in the end, we had some good times, and it's very nice.
Yeah.
But
Well.
yes, Evangelion, very good show.
Yeah, we'll see.
Would love it.
I'm excited to see
Highly
how I feel
recommend.
about that film once it comes out. I continue to think that I don't know if Carrie would like the show. Or I think you would like parts of it.
Carrie,
You
I
enjoy
guarantee
Ramiel, the Fourth Angel.
Ramiel the Fourth Angel is one of the best
It's
angels.
pretty great.
No,
They are pretty
Carrie, who is a fan of Akira, as I've found out,
That's true.
would love End of
Oh, okay,
Evangelion.
then yes,
I feel.
they would love it.
Would she love the first scene?
pretty
Maybe
bad.
not. It's pretty. It's a bold way to start.
There's a
the
lot
film.
of bold.
There's a lot of bold things in that film. Yes,
I don't
but-
like the sound of
but
that.
but the second half of that film, I think.
Oh
Carrie
yes,
would be
all
like,
over,
yes,
all
yes,
over,
yes.
yes.
And there is some of that in 3.0 plus 1.0.
Okay.
It's less, mean, obviously, but there is like the visual kind of stuff of that, which I think is done very, very cool.
Cool.
Very metatextual, if I can use one big boy word from my college days.
Good job.
Thank you.
Great.
But yes, Carrie, I think you would enjoy Evangelion.
I don't think you need to watch it, but if you do,
I
you will find things you like about it.
Yeah.
You should, kid. It's great. I just need more people to watch.
It's short, at least.
It's
short until it's not. Until it's like, all right, let's redo this a couple times.
So, yes, but at least it's like it's only 4 films. One of the worst things about anime is like it's either like a short 12-minute thing or like you have to watch 800 episodes and then it gets good. I hate that. That's why I don't watch long anime.
That's why you don't watch One Piece.
I will never fucking watch One Piece. Are you kidding me? That's a nightmare. But yeah, 26 episodes, a movie, and if you like that, I say...
Or you hated that and you have qualms. You want to speak to the if you want to speak to the manager, then you have another 4
Yes,
movies.
if you watch the show and the first movie, and then if you like that, or if you deeply hated that, then watch the 4 sequel movies.
Good times.
Good times. I love it. My favorite of the year so far.
Sure, we'll get to it eventually.
The Night House, baby. I have not seen it. I want to watch this.
It's so fucking
great.
good.
Rebecca Hall is a woman whose husband passes away. He commits suicide, and she starts to believe that his ghost is haunting the house that they had, and she starts hearing stuff at night at the house. Now, George, I know what you're thinking. This sounds like any movie.
Yes.
But this is not like any
This
movie
movie's
you've
so
seen.
fucking good. I would also like to shout out that the director, you might know him from, he directed the segment from the first VHS with the girl who turns into a siren, and also the segment from Southbound where the guy has the girl in the hospital and is performing surgery.
Yeah. A bold man.
And he also did the movie The Ritual on Netflix, which I really like. I think you kind of liked or did not like.
It's fine.
I love that.
Fine.
I don't love that movie. I think that movie's pretty good. But this movie,
oh yeah,
holy shit,
love that.
No, yeah, this movie's fantastic, and I think Rebecca Hall, it's one of those, this is for you to showcase what you do
100%
kind of movies, because her delivery is just so matter of fact and like not flat, but just so direct and like makes everyone else in the room uncomfortable kind of way. She'll be like, "Yep, here's what's going on," and everyone's like, "Oh, okay," and I love that. And a lot of the set pieces for the scares and the unnerving elements are really unique, and I like the sound in this movie a lot, I would say.
Yes. This movie has one of the loudest jump scares I've ever heard.
Like a jump scare that actually affected me. Like
yeah.
not in a like I thought about it and was scared.
Because it's a jump scare.
Yeah,
at the end
but
of the day.
I was just like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yes, it's one of the few times I've seen a jump scare in a movie where like that is a good jump scare.
Yeah, it didn't make me mad immediately.
Yeah, it's not like a
okay.
fridge kind of thing, or like, oh, the cat.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, it's actually the monster. It's not stupid. It's just loud and angry. And watching it in an empty theater was amazing.
I went to see this movie a second time, and that jump scare like didn't seem as extreme the second time I watched it, but it's just like, I don't know, it's such a simple thing, but it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ.
It is, yes.
But yeah, I think this movie is really cool, and I like the ghost aspects to it, air quotes. Maybe there's a ghost, maybe there's not. You have to watch it to find out. But I think it also has a lot to say about dealing with depression and how you manifest grief and intrusive thoughts, and how your dark-seated thoughts and paranoia can build up and just like kind of consume you. It's so fucking good. This movie kicks my ass.
It's very good. It's so I texted you guys. I dreamed that I bought that a Blu-ray of this movie, and the Blu-ray was in the wrong region. It was like a fancy like collector's, just like, oh my god! And I remember showing you, and then you're like, right, that's region B. And I was like, no! And then I woke up and I was like, no, my god, the twisted world of my nightmares. But yeah, it's great. And like the other thing is like the movie kind of like sets up like a mystery of like, you know, what's going on, and where it leads to is like it makes sense like looking back at it, but like I had no like there's no way you could like even predict
No.
But like it not like a like, oh, that's nonsense. It was more
Yeah.
like, wow, that is
Not like I wouldn't have even thought to think about that
Yeah.
kind of way.
It's more of like, oh, whoa, that is
That is concerning.
that is very concerning for a lot of reasons. It's fantastic.
It's so good.
I am very excited to own this movie someday.
Same.
I'm excited to watch it.
Hell yeah. I think you'll like it.
Great. Night House, baby. Night House. Oh yeah, Candyman. Nia DaCosta's Candyman has finally been unleashed.
Wait a minute, she's meeting the prince now, and like later
where
on,
is this motherfucker from? I swear to God.
she's meeting the prince now on the streets, and he's gonna like see her at the ball, and she's not like her face is never covered. This is the problem with Cinderella. Her face is never covered, but he's like, oh my God, who is she?
Yeah, that's true.
And it's just like I can only know by looking at her feet. Like he's clearly got some problems. Okay,
I guess
Anyway.
that's. Oh, I see what you're saying.
because
Yeah,
like
it's
she's not different. Like her hair is let down. It's that whole like
Yeah,
nerd
they
thing.
roll up to every single house, be like, you gotta try on this shoe, even if the person doesn't look at all like the person he was dancing with all night.
Yes, like how many like Cuban women are in this small middle of European town, okay? Like let's be honest here, okay? Like Jesus Christ. It's obvious who it is.
That's pretty good from Ryan Lance there. Candyman. It is, turns out this Nia DaCosta's Candyman, it is a direct sequel to the original Candyman.
Yeah, baby.
Turns out, a movie I've not seen in a long time, but I vaguely remembered.
Still haven't seen it.
Well,
It's
guess what?
I think it's still worth watching.
I need to rewatch it, actually.
Even after going and seeing this movie kind of spell out the plot.
Mhm.
But I still think it's really cool, the first one.
Yes. So, I guess I haven't thought about it hard until this instant, and I'm processing how I feel about it. I like a lot of things about this movie, and that there are some things that are like, but overall, I feel very good about it.
Mhm.
I think as it goes on, it kind of loses me,
Yeah.
but I think it starts off very strong. And it helps that like it has a very cool visual
The puppets are great.
The
The
puppets
puppets are
are
fucking
great,
good,
they're
man.
just a great visual identity and great direction in general.
Great performances too. I think
Oh,
the
yeah.
actors do a great job in this. But I think the story and some of the moments in it, I think the ending is a little weak. I'm live processing it now since I haven't thought
Mhm.
about it. Carrie, what do you think? Maybe you're more.
I really like the aspect that this movie introduces of how there's different Candymen depending on who you
Yes,
talk to, and
yes.
how it's like it expands on the thing from the first movie where she's investigating different legends and folklore, but it dives more into that and how it's like a coping mechanism in a way. But I like that aspect, and I think the movie has some incredible scenes. Like, the one I'm thinking of in particular is when it's zooming out of the art critic's apartment and you see something happening in her window.
Yeah.
That blew my ass apart. I loved that. That shot was amazing. But I don't know. I liked it a lot overall, but I don't like it as much as the original. And
Okay.
I don't know.
Is the original more of a like typical kind of slashery kind of movie? 'Cause that's the
No.
vibe I always got.
It's
from
it's
it.
very much a journalist gets in some
Yeah.
shit movie.
Okay.
And it's got that aspect of random woman catches the attention of paranormal hottie, and he's just like,
Oh,
oh, I'm deeply in
yeah.
love with you now, and she's like, and I love that.
There's that. There's like it's funny because that movie very much has I remember it's been years. I was like a child. It has the vibe of intrepid explorer goes to this mysterious place and the locals there. She's there. That person's clearly a fish out of water,
Mhm.
but it's the south side of Chicago. Not even the
Yes.
south side of Chicago, but like,
Yeah.
but it's like it's a poor neighborhood of Chicago, but it's very much like this white woman reporter who's knows not a lot about these people's plight,
Yeah.
poking around, and
Mhm.
she pokes around too much.
Yeah. She goes
That's-
a little too close.
Yeah, that was my memory of it, and I thought it was fascinating as a child, and I didn't break it down. I was like, this is... I have thoughts about this, but I know how to untangle them,
Mhm.
so I need to rewatch it. But this is good. There's just some stuff in it that it could have been stronger, I think.
Yeah.
But it's still very good.
I think the like build up for like the main character and like what he's doing just kind of gets like
Yeah, it gets messy.
Like what?
Where are we going here?
Yeah, like what's
Right.
going on here, and like it just feels like he's acting crazy to be crazy, and less of like it doesn't feel like a natural descent into madness. I guess it's just more of
Yeah.
oh, the Candyman's in my head or something like that. But it's also been a while since I've seen it, so maybe I'm misremembering some stuff.
It's not perfect. It's a little messy to get there, but yeah. I think the fact that it's directly a sequel to the first movie. It's like, okay, it makes a little bit more sense, but I don't know. I like it. There are some people who really didn't like it.
Yeah.
Oh, he has an earring.
Yeah. But yeah, Candyman, it's solid. I need to rewatch the original.
The original's very good.
Yeah.
I like the original a lot.
I still need to watch that. But I've been told that movie spoiled the entire plot of the
Man,
original.
yeah.
It's still a fun experience to watch it,
Yeah.
and I think Tony Todd's performance is insane.
I've heard he does
yeah,
very
like you
good.
get a piece of him in the new one.
Yeah.
Not to spoil anything, but you know he's gonna show
He's gonna
up.
be Venom,
But-
baby.
He's gonna be
Oh,
Venom,
yeah.
baby.
The video game.
But no, yeah, he's amazing in the first one. I think that's the standout part for a lot of people is just that his performance is just like Jesus Christ.
Okay. Well, that's Candyman, baby. The new one. Yeah, that's all the movies for August.
Woohoo.
Not a lot. So, hey, a short
But
episode.
we did it.
September, folks. We've seen a lot of these things. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. A surprising film, I will say.
Love that.
It's
One of
very
my
good.
favorite MCU
It's
movies.
very good.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it next.
I'm excited to. And
I would like to watch it again, actually.
me and George are like, I think Carrie would have liked that.
I think you would have liked that,
Yeah,
actually.
it's fun.
The ending specifically, like
The
it goes to places.
It goes to
Well,
places.
if one of you buys it or something,
We'll see.
I'll watch it if you want.
It's
But-
good.
It'll go on Disney Plus
Yeah.
in October, I think it said.
I will not watch it on my own. I'm putting
no,
that...
I'm saying
We
you
can
could come
watch it.
over and we could watch
Okay,
it.
We're not buying a
I thought
book.
you were saying, Carrie, just watch it.
Carrie,
I'm
Carrie,
just
you and
being
Greg,
honest.
the two biggest
I'm
MCU
just
fans.
being honest. There is no way in my mind that I'll be like, I'm gonna watch
I'm gonna
Shang-Chi
sit down
tonight.
and watch Shang-Chi.
It's not gonna happen.
I've had a long day at work. I'm gonna watch Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
But yes, it's definitely up there for me. Anyways, Cinderella.
The
Well,
movie we're
so
currently
far.
watching.
Well, you're gonna have to wait until next episode, folks. to hear my word.
It looks like we're at the scene where her mom's like, "You're not going to the ball," and she's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh no."
This is the best scene from the Disney Cinderella, the animated one, where
Oh,
they're
they're
ripping
talking
her,
about the 2014.
where they're ripping her dress
Oh,
apart.
it looks
Kenneth
like they got a
Branagh.
little bit of
Give me
Schwartz on
those
her.
pearls. Give me the sisters look remorseful. This is bullshit. No. These sisters need to be vicious.
Bro, I don't remember a single thing about Kenneth Branagh's Cinderella.
I didn't see that.
I think I saw clips of that.
I'm just talking about.
Oh my
the-
god,
No!
these mice look horrible.
Malignant, another movie we have opinions on that we will
Ah,
talk
Jesus.
about.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
I love Malignant.
Kate, I saw Hideo Kojima tweet about this, and then somebody responded because he was just like, saw Kate today, and then somebody responded, dude, just get a letterbox. And that's the only thing I know about Kate. What's Kate?
It's a Netflix action movie
It-
with Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yes, it is
That's all I know about it.
another John Wick, from my understanding.
Oh.
She is like an assassin who is poisoned, and she has 24 hours to get revenge. I believe that is the plot.
That sounds pretty funny.
I've almost watched this twice, and then I've been like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch something weird on Canopy instead,
There you
and that has not worked out either.
Uh-oh. what have you been watching on Canopy?
I watched a movie called The Reflecting Skin
Oh, yeah,
last night.
I saw you log that on Letterboxd. I was like, what the shit is that?
I know, right? It's a 90s movie about a 1950s boy who thinks his neighbor is a vampire even though he only sees her during the day. And he's the worst little shit on the planet, and like I have no remorse for him. And the funniest part of that movie is like there's like kids missing in like this weird small town.
Yeah.
And there's like these weird drifters in a black Cadillac with leather jackets, and they're like, yeah. And like obviously they're killing the kids, but like the sheriff is like, hey son, I heard your dad was one of those queer old sexuals.
Oh.
I think he's onto this even though he's dead. So it's like, does he think he's a zombie or a ghost or a vampire? Like, why is the gay
What
ghost the killer of the kids and not the weird drifters rolling around town?
Huh.
I get what the movie's doing in other parts. It's like a a coming of age thing, but like the kid fucking sucks and I hate him.
He's a fairy godmother.
Yeah, and it's Billy Porter.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, which
him.
I like him. Like I like Billy Porter. Camila Cabrero's hair is still great. I don't know.
I like Camila Cabello.
Yeah.
It's literally hair. That's her last name's hair.
What?
Cabello means hair.
Well, no wonder her hair's so great. Jesus. My God.
Can somebody open the dock in their phone because I had to charge my phone? The next movie we're talking about is the card counter, and I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Paul Schrader movie where Oscar Isaac is a card owner.
I've seen the.
It looks really boring.
I saw it's on Alamo, and I was like, that looks really boring.
Crowd macho.
I don't like Clint Eastwood.
No one does. I feel like everyone who likes Clint Eastwood died the year Clint Eastwood should have died.
I say died of COVID.
Probably, to be honest. I can't believe those liberals gave me COVID and I can't watch Crab Macho. This is bullshit. My God. I don't know. I have no idea what Crab Macho's about. And I do
really
not care.
About it. We just said Clint Eastwood's name.
I don't know what's it about.
No,
I don't know.
The name gives me nothing to work with.
Crab Macho.
If you told me, like, we're doing the new movie Crab Macho, I'm like, was that a Clint Eastwood movie? Like, that's it. That's the end of the conversation.
I'm good.
The Eyes of Tammy Faye.
Yeet.
This has Andrew Garfield in it?
Mm-hmm.
What's this about,
And
Carrie?
Jessica Chastain. It's about Tammy Faye Baker, who was a televangelist in the 80s, 90s. I don't know a ton about her. I just know that she always had crazy eye makeup, and I fucking love that.
That's pretty fun.
And she is referenced a lot on Drag Race, so I feel like she has a large LGBT fan base, or she gets referenced a lot in LGBT spaces, so I'm not too sure. I'm not super familiar with her or her work. I just know who she is and what she did and what she looks like.
The Eyes of Tammy. Interesting. Okay.
Cop Shop, baby.
Oh, I have
This
no
trailer
clue what the
sucks.
fuck.
I
That movie! I know.
The movie where like they're all in the jail and they're like, I'm gonna kill this guy. It's like, no, I'm gonna kill this guy. This is a real cop shop.
It's like,
am I right?
Is that what Free Fire was like, but worse?
No.
I don't remember what Free Fire.
Free Fire was just them, or they're all in a room.
That's why
shooting each other. This seems much stupider than that, and that is stupid. But yeah, I have zero interest in this as well. I have a friend who watched it and really liked it, and he said there's a part in it where someone says parlay, and then my friend said that he leaned over to his friends and said that's pirate code, and then he said right after he said that in the movie Gerard Butler said that's pirate code.
I feel like it kind of like skews your perception of the movie.
That sounds pretty great. But I will not be watching Cop Shop. Spoiler alert.
All right, Dear Evan Hansen.
Oh no.
What is this?
I've been getting so many. I heard 3 Spotify ads for this today, and it's like from the writers of La La Land and The Greatest Showman, Evan Hansen. I'm just a boy, and a kid in my class killed himself. But
yeah. The craziest part about this movie coming out,
the actor looks like he's
35.
Ben
Platt is like in his 30s, but he's supposed to be playing because he was the one who originated the role on Broadway, I think.
Oh.
So they're putting him in the movie.
But like all the
And
other actors look like teenagers.
Also, I think his family is one of the producers of the movie or something. There's like a familial tie that like shoehorned him into the role. But the craziest part about the trailer for this movie coming out is I didn't know the plot of Dear Evan Hansen, so it's just the entire internet learning what the plot of Dear Evan Hansen is, and everyone's like, excuse me? Because it's
about like Evan Hansen.
He is in therapy or something, and he has to. An exercise is for him to write a letter to himself from the perspective of someone else,
yes,
or something like that.
And he writes it from like this guy who's been nice to him, but then he kills himself. That
guy kills himself, and the family finds the letter that Evan Hansen wrote to himself thinking that the kid who killed himself wrote it.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, you must be a close friend of our now dead son. We're going to bring you into our family. And he's like, ugh. But then he's like, ooh, he has a hot sister, so I'm gonna go with it. And it's like, oh god, that's what this musical's been about, that the whole time. Because I remember people talking about it online and talking about the songs being really good, and I'm like, I have no idea what that's about. And then learning what it's about, I'm like, no, you better say psych right now.
Yeah, it sounds bad.
It sounds like the video game 12 minutes.
Really?
Still have not played that.
It's not good. Anyways, that's... Gary, I would look at that
we missed the transformation of James Corden.
Oh, I saw it. It wasn't that great.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, that Ramesh is in this movie? No! No! He's so funny.
I hate whatever weird jig they are doing right now. It's the most unnatural thing I've ever seen.
I'm so sad that Ramesh is in this movie. He's so funny. He's so much better than this. I didn't even... I'm a little heartbroken right now. I'm gonna need some time.
This sucks because, like, our review of Cinderella won't be authentic because we haven't finished it yet.
That's true, and we're not gonna finish it.
What?
I am heartbroken that Ramesh is in this movie. I don't remember his last name, but he's a very funny British comedian.
Okay. Well, that's the films of August and what's coming up in September, folks. Yeah. I don't know. I think we've seen most all the movies I wanted to see on this list, other than
It's true.
No, yeah, that's about it.
That's about it, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you what's good. I don't know.
Which is 2 movies?
Are we sure that's
and
it?
Malignant?
Nothing else? All right.
We'll double check, but that might be it.
I didn't look very hard.
That's fine.
To be honest.
That's fine. Well, Carrie, where can people... Well, actually, I have a tangent.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
So there was a trailer that came out this month, September, not August. Whatever, it's a trailer. This isn't... Who cares? There's no rules. The Matrix Returns.
Oh.
I saw The Matrix again. I fucking love The Matrix. That's all I want to say. Woo! That movie's great. Anyways.
I need to rewatch it.
Oh, it's so good. I know Ryan has opinions about it.
Ryan loves The Matrix.
No, The Matrix was a movie that, like, I refused to watch for years because it was one of those things of, you haven't seen The Matrix. Right, you like cinema so much, but you haven't seen The Matrix.
No, yeah, I know how you feel. That's how I feel about Evangelion.
What?
That's fair. That's also what I didn't watch.
But
and then I watched it, and guess what? Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, we don't like this that much, actually." And I was like, "Fuck you guys! God damn it, you're the worst."
But
Anyway.
what made me finally watch The Matrix is when people were like, "Oh, this has some like trans like allegories to it."
I guess, yeah.
And then I watched it and I was like, I don't see it.
I mean,
And maybe it's because I'm not trans.
it's
but,
pretty,
like,
it's pretty
like,
blunt. It's pretty blunt. I think.
I watched it and I was like, I'm trying to like put it together and like I can't do it.
The movie's great. That's what I gotta say. It's fantastic. If I would have saw that movie in a movie theater, like in the 90s, I'd have been like, it was great. I saw the Animatrix. It's okay. It's all right. Anyways, I'm excited for the Matrix Resurrections is what I'm saying. Anyways, Carrie, where can folks keep up with what you're watching?
You can find me on Letterboxd just by searching my first name, Carrie, Karrie, or on Twitter at KAR_E Lyles, LYLES.
Ryan.
Letterboxd, film piece. That is me. You want to read my review of The Reflecting Skin?
It's one of like 16 reviews of it, probably.
Probably.
Victoria was on Canopy, and it's no longer on Canopy, and I wanted to see Victoria. But oh well. That's that one movie with the lady with the rainbow poster. It's been on like a lot of lists on Letterboxd, like crazy fucking visual fucking crazy movies.
Oh, yeah.
It's no longer on Canopy. Oh well.
Damn it.
Never gonna watch it.
Oh, okay. Yes. I've seen this poster.
Yeah, that poster. Yeah. You know. You can find me at jcruzalvarez26, where I'll probably watch The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix, what's the last one called? Revolutions. And I remember...
The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix... Final Matrix.
Final Matrix. And I remember I'm excited to be disappointed, but yeah. I saw The Matrix Revolutions in a movie theater as a child because the babysitter dragged me, and I remember being very confused. And it was like, this is very boring. Excited to watch it. Until then, we'll see you then, I guess. Bye-bye.